Hello everyone, my name is Samuel Mars, and today on Halloween Day, I wanted to share a story that happened to me almost 2 years ago, and everything took place right here in this cemetery. This story begins almost 2 years ago on November 18, 2016, and everything started when I was looking for a place so I could take a few videos because I was making a review for my electrical bike. And this video was shot with a very low resolution camera that I have on my helmet on that day. That's why the video looks very shaky and with a very low resolution quality, because it was taken with a very low budget camera. The videos from this camera were never meant to be used on my main video project, but it was the only camera that captured the paranormal activity since it was the only one that I was on at that moment. The paranormal activity that this camera was able to capture on that day is something that I give them the name of Voices Beyond the Grave. Okay, now I don't really want it to sound confusing because I will break it down in every detail as possible and explain this story. When I was entering the cemetery, I clearly heard somebody say the name of Joseph, which you will hear it in a moment. So what I'm going to do is I will play back this same video but without music background, without the background sound that I added it, and I will leave only the original sound of the video. But I also heard two more spirits right after I heard the first one. I couldn't understand what they were saying, and on the camera, the sound that the camera was able to capture, it's also kind of really hard to understand. I will play back the first voice of the first spirit, and it's very low, so I will see if I can increase the volume a little bit. But if you use headphones, you will hear it better. The day was a little bit windy, but not really bad. So here it goes, the first spirit. To be honest, I never imagined it that this camera was going to be able to capture this voice, because when I heard it, it sounded like a real person, like if the person was right there. Now let's move on to the second ghost, or to the second spirit. This second ghost or second spirit, when I first heard it, it sounded like a greeting, but here in the video it sounds different. It's really hard to tell that it's a person that is actually talking. But honestly, like I said, in real life it sounded different. It sounded like a person, but it was hard to understand what he was trying to say. Okay, now let's move to the third and final ghost. This was also another greeting, and it took place right in front of this white stone or statue. And when I heard it, it was clearly like if it was a person, but like if the person was inside of a coffin or like inside of a box, something like that. But in the recording it sounds different, but in real life it really sounded like a person, like a greeting, but in a different language, or like a different, I don't know. It was hard to understand. I couldn't understand what that greeting was or whatever he was trying to say. Now, to conclude this video, I wanted to say that I found this cemetery thanks to Google Earth. I was doing some research looking for a lonely place that I could go to take my videos, and I found this cemetery. It took me a little while to find the main entrance because it's huge, it's gigantic, more than 6 miles in diameter. In the videos it looks very small, but it's not. Also, when you go there, you don't see people there, you don't see animals or nobody walking. So if you go there, if somebody go to this cemetery, I would recommend it to go alone, like I did. But I kind of did it like to have some fun. I went there a couple of times and I flew my drone, but I never went back there. So, and another thing that I wanted to say is that I didn't added any special effects to this video. I wanted to make it as simple as possible, and the whole thing about this video is that I wanted to talk and I wanted to share it with the world. I don't want you to believe in my story. It's a very simple story that, you know. So once again, my name is Samuel Mars. Thank you for watching my video and happy Halloween, guys. See you around there in a moment.